Hello and welcome to another edition of Toys from the Attic, Ghouls and Gals. Seeing how Halloween is almost upon us, I thought I'd take a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Monster Turtles. And for today's episode, it's going to be Mummy Leonardo. Now, Mummy Leonardo here is actually kind of an interesting case for me. Now see, the original line of the Mutant Monster Turtles, I was only able to get one figure, and that was the Mummy Raphael. So it's weird that they actually made Leonardo the Mummy this time and not Raphael. Some of the other cosmetic differences is the original Raphael mummy had sort of this really messed up, kind of almost dried out brown, almost like beef jerky like skin, and for Leonardo here they decided to keep his kind of vibrant green skin. It's just kind of a weird artistic choice, yet you can kind of see right here on his hands, I hope it comes across on the camera, that it's kind of a little bit wrinkly, like it's actually supposed to be a dried out mummy, especially right here on the feet as well. Now, as far as Leonardo's detailing goes, it's pretty good. I mean, some of the other guys are a little bit more well detailed with little visual accessories, but Leonardo's just wrapped in bandages, so I mean, there's not really much you can do with that. I do like the fact that they actually add a little bit of texture on the bandages to actually help sell that it is some sort of gauze. And you can see that his bandanas have actually been ripped up a little bit as well with the paint job right here, and even some little sculpting detail on his right back here to actually help show that it's kind of all a little bit raggedy. I do wish that he had a little bit more paint detailing here and there, especially like on his fingernails and toenails to really help sell that, yes, this is some sort of aged, decrepit mummy. You can see that they're not just standard claws. You can see that they're long, really gross kind of toenails. Another weird, interesting fact is the way his shoulders are positioned. If you can kind of see on screen, they're really off kilter, meaning that one's higher than the other. I guess that's supposed to help with the posing, like he's supposed to be, you're really supposed to get him into that shambling, like, I'm a shambling mummy. Another interesting design choice is actually his hands. If you can see that one of them is kind of closed for when he grips his weapon, and the other one is just kind of open as if he's going to be ready to kind of grab somebody. You can't really do too much with this hand. I take his little cobra dagger here. You can see the little cobra head on here, and it doesn't really fit in that hand all too well. However, it does fit in his other hand just perfectly. So yeah, it's just kind of weird that they decided to give him that choice. However, if memory serves me, I think the original Raphael mummy kind of had a similar hand as well, as it's supposed to be reaching out, kind of trying to grab somebody. He has the same level of articulation as most of the other turtles. A nice ball joint for the head, elbow swivel back and forth, shoulder swivel and elbow swivel, wrist articulation. Got that nice hip joint right here. You can move in and out. Knee bend, and just like on Michelangelo, but on the other foot this time, you have a little bit of a toe bend, which, as I said before, I wish were actually on both feet, just so you can kind of get these guys in a little bit of extra poses if you wanted to. I was hoping that this would be a sign for most of the new turtles, that giving a little bit of extra articulation on them. But I guess not. It's just supposed to be on one foot, so really have them kind of like leaning forward if you really wanted to, like, so they're really supposed to be chasing people. Now, another little neat detail is actually this little scarab right here on his leg. And the reason I like this so much is because the old 80s turtles used to have these extra accessories as well, where just have little like snakes or slugs or other little weird creatures all over them. But they would usually just blend in with the extra, or with the plastic, and they would hardly be noticeable at all. It'd just be painted right over. This little scarab is a nice soft rubber, the same as his dagger, and it's actually just glued in there, so it helps make the fact that it is actually a different type of material and a different color really helps it pop out and sell that, oh yeah, maybe this is some sort of little ornament that's along with the that he was buried with. Now, the last accessory he comes with is this neat little cobra that actually wraps around him, and just put around his waist right here and slide it up, and it just kind of acts as his belt, and put it over his shoulder, so it's just like as he's shambling along trying to get at people. I do wish that the snake was actually bendable, so you can kind of wrap it around different parts of him, like his arms or his legs, or just get some more unique, interesting things, and not just have it stationary in this one spot. But I can understand that would have probably bumped up production cost, and so they're going to try to get these guys as affordable as possible. Now, I will say that Mummy Leonardo probably isn't my favorite out of the bunch, but still, if you're going to collect all of these guys, you're going to want to pick them up and have that whole collection. When you display them all together, it's nice to have the Mummy alongside Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Wolfman. Anyways, this has been a look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Monster Mummy Leonardo.